We are well and truly into the summer now, every film fan's least favourite season. We don't want sun, hell we don't even want daylight. Stick us inside in front of the TV in the dark and we are happy. Let's take a look at what you should or shouldn't have been watching over July. It would be pretty daft not to start with the month's biggest release, the Marvel Cinematic Universe's 21st film, Captain Marvel. While we were all waiting for the endgame, we were gifted with the origin story of Carol Danvers and how she became the eponymous hero. Now, first up, I'm going to come out and say that nothing of any real consequence happens here. Nothing in Captain Marvel affects Endgame, at least directly, especially with Carol barely showing up in the epic Infinity Saga conclusion. And besides, there's very little dramatic tension as we know Captain Marvel is okay when we start the film, so we're 100% confident that she's going to win anyway. But despite the stakes being so low and nothing really happening that affects the greater MCU, Captain Marvel is still a typically exciting, entertaining and fun time at the movies from Marvel. Brie Larson is fantastic in the lead and the supporting cast of Samuel L. Jackson, Jude Law and Ben Mendelsohn shine. It's no Endgame, but it's no Thor 2 either. Next up, the elephant in the room. Tim Burton turned everyone's favourite 66-minute flying elephant classic into an overstuffed, dark and downright depressing 2-hour drama. If you don't know what Dumbo is about, you've had since 1941 to find out by yourself, so I'm not going to help you. This remake, which totally omits the original's best parts, including the bit where Dumbo and his mouse mate get shit-faced and trip balls, is a twisted Burton-esque slog that doesn't seem to have any idea who its target audience is. Too dark for youngsters and too fantastical for grown-ups, it's just a bloody mess. Disney really fucked this one up, but you can't really fault the visuals of Dumbo himself. He is just as adorable as he should be. If you don't want to give him a hug, you are a shit. But Dumbo's negatives don't have anything on the terrifying Alita battle angel. Ugh, those eyes, they haunt my dreams, and not in a good way. The cyberpunk action thriller from Robert Rodriguez could have been great and should have been great, and the visuals alone, except for those fucking eyes, are worth the price of admission, but a convoluted and overly muddled plot makes the whole thing such an uncomfortable viewing experience that it's hard to sit back and enjoy it. We have to put a lot of effort in just to follow the narrative, and with such empty and unlikable characters it's pretty hard to care anyway. On the surface, it's just ye old self-discovery quest to realise one's true identity and save the day, and that's all you need to know, it's just rubbish. The snazzy visuals can't save this one from its own painful mediocrity. And finally, I'm going to end on a high by throwing in some television, because honestly this one was so cinematic it just felt like a 5-hour film. HBO and Sky Atlantic's Chernobyl is simply the best TV series of the year, nay, the decade. Phenomenally acted, hauntingly shot and incredibly written, it is simply a masterpiece. Telling the terrifying true story of the Chernobyl disaster and its aftermath, this series has such a harrowing sense of dread throughout that you'll be thinking about it for weeks after. If you didn't catch it on TV, it's now out on DVD and Blu-ray, so no excuses. Check it out. Whatever you went for in July, there's plenty of choice. Let us know in the comments below what you picked up, what you thought of it, and remember to swing by on Weibo.com for anything that you missed. CeX.